Beneath the endless blue, a world of silent, constant struggle unfolds. It is a realm governed not by kings or laws, but by the unyielding principles of physics. Here, life and death are decided by forces like pressure, drag, and thrust. Pressure, drag, thrust. In this vast, fluid arena, one creature has achieved a form of perfection. It is an animal that has navigated these physical challenges for over 400 million years. This creature is the shark. It existed long before the dinosaurs, and it survived the cataclysm that wiped them from the face of the earth. Its story is not just one of biology, but a masterclass in engineering, written into flesh and bone over eons of relentless trial and error. We often see sharks as symbols of fear, monsters of the deep, but this view is a profound misunderstanding of what they truly are. They are not monsters, they are marvels. Each aspect of their being, from the tip of their nose to the sweep of their tail, has been sculpted by the fundamental laws of the universe. Tip of their nose, sweep of their tail. The shark is a living testament to the power of physics. It is an animal that has been shaped, refined, and perfected by the very water it calls home. Shaped, refined, perfected. To understand the shark, we must look beyond the teeth and see the intricate design that makes it one of nature's most successful and enduring predators. This journey will take us inside the shark. We will move past the myths and dive deep into the science that powers this incredible animal. We will explore how its body is a lesson in hydrodynamics, a design so efficient that engineers still study it today. We will ask fundamental questions. How can a creature of such immense size and power move with such grace and speed? What gives its bite an almost unimaginable force? And how does it navigate the featureless expanse of the open ocean, finding its prey with uncanny precision? The answers lie not in magic, but in mathematics, mechanics, and the beautiful simplicity of physical laws. Mathematics, mechanics, beautiful simplicity. Our investigation will peel back the layers of this ancient hunter. We will begin with the physics of its movement, exploring how it conquers the resistance of water to become a blur of deadly speed. Then, we will examine its internal architecture, the biomechanics of its muscles, skeleton, and skin, to understand the source of its incredible strength and resilience. Muscles, skeleton, skin. Finally, we will uncover its hidden senses, the remarkable adaptations that allow it to perceive a world invisible to us. We will see how every part of the shark, from its streamlined skin to its unique sensory organs, is a solution to a physical problem, a chapter in a story of survival written by the laws of nature itself. Imagine trying to run through water. You feel the immense resistance pushing against you with every step. This force is called drag, and it is the single greatest challenge for any creature living in an aquatic environment. For the shark, overcoming this challenge is not just a matter of convenience. It is the key to its existence as a predator. The shark's body is a masterwork of drag reduction. Its torpedo-like shape, known as a fusiform body, is the optimal design for slipping through water with minimal effort. It is a shape that human engineers have copied for submarines and torpedoes, a testament to its effectiveness. This is where our story begins, with the elegant and brutally effective shape of the hunter. But a streamlined shape is only part of the equation. To move is to create thrust, the force that propels you forward. The shark's tail, or caudal fin, is its engine. The powerful side-to-side sweep of its tail creates vortices in the water, pushing the shark ahead with relentless efficiency. The fins on its body are not just for steering. They are like the wings of an airplane, generating lift to counteract gravity and providing stability at high speeds. Every movement is a calculated interplay of forces. Every turn, every burst of acceleration is a demonstration of Newton's laws of motion in action. How does the shark balance these forces so perfectly? The strength of the shark is also a matter of physics. we will explore the biomechanics of its bite, which is among the most powerful in the animal kingdom. It is not just about sharp teeth, but about the structure of the jaw itself. The shark's jaw is a complex system of levers designed to amplify muscle force into a devastatingly effective cutting and crushing power. We will use models and calculations to understand exactly how this natural weapon works. Furthermore, we will look at its very skeleton, made not of bone, but of flexible cartilage, which provides a unique combination of lightness and strength, allowing for rapid whiplash turns that would snap a bony skeleton. And what of the shark's ability to find its prey in the vast, dark ocean? This is where the story moves from visible mechanics to the hidden physics of sensation. The shark can see the faint electrical fields generated by the muscles of other living creatures. It can feel the faintest pressure waves and vibrations in the water from hundreds of meters away. These are not supernatural abilities, they are expressions of physics. These sensory systems are exquisitely tuned instruments, designed to detect tiny physical signals in a noisy environment. Join us as we decode the blueprint of this perfect predator and reveal the science behind its long and successful reign. To understand the shark, we must first understand its world. The ocean is not an empty space. It is a thick, viscous fluid, 80 times denser than air. Moving through it is a constant battle against an invisible force. This force is called drag. It is a type of friction that resists any object moving through a fluid. Every fish, every whale, and every shark must contend with drag from the moment it is born. For a predator, which must move faster than its prey to survive, conquering drag is the most fundamental challenge of all. It dictates the shape of its body, the power of its muscles, and the efficiency of its hunt. Drag is relentless. It pulls and pushes, slowing things down and demanding energy to overcome. Physics gives us a way to measure this force. The drag equation might look complex, but its idea is simple. The force of drag depends on the density of the water, the size of the object, and most importantly, the square of its velocity. If a shark doubles its speed, the drag it experiences does not just double, it quadruples. This is a crucial point. It explains why speed comes at such a high energetic cost in the ocean, and why every adaptation to reduce drag, no matter how small, provides a huge advantage in the race for survival. There are two main types of drag that a shark must defeat. The first is pressure drag, caused by the difference in water pressure between the front and the back of the shark. As the shark moves, it pushes water out of the way, creating a high-pressure zone at its nose. As the water flows over its body and separates at the tail, it creates a low-pressure zone, or a wake, that pulls the shark backward. A blunt, poorly shaped object creates a large, turbulent wake and suffers from high-pressure drag. The second type is skin friction drag, which is simply the friction of water molecules rubbing against the shark's skin as it glides through the ocean. For millions of years, evolution has been a relentless engineer, refining the shark's design to minimize both these forms of drag. The shark's body is the result of this ancient optimization process. Its smooth, tapered form is a solution to the problem of pressure drag, allowing water to flow over it with minimal disturbance. Its unique skin, which we will explore later, is an answer to the problem of skin friction. The story of the shark's motion is therefore a story of cheating drag. It is about finding the most efficient way to slice through the water, saving precious energy for the chase, the kill, and the continuation of its ancient lineage. If drag is the enemy that holds a shark back, then thrust is the ally that drives it forward. To move, an animal must push against something. A cheetah pushes against the ground with its powerful legs. A bird pushes against the air with its wings. A shark must push against the water. This forward propelling force is thrust. It is generated by the shark's powerful tail, known as the caudal fin. This is the shark's engine, a marvel of biomechanical engineering. It converts muscle power into forward motion with incredible efficiency. It is the source of the shark's famous speed and agility. The generation of thrust is a demonstration of Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. As the shark sweeps its tail from side to side, it isn't just swishing, it is actively pushing a mass of water backward and sideways. The water pushes back on the tail fin. This reactive force propels the shark forward. Muscles along the body contract and relax in a rhythmic wave. That wave creates a sinuous motion culminating in a powerful tail flick. A coordinated dance of muscle and water. The shape of the tail fin is crucial. Most fast-swimming sharks have a crescent-shaped tail with two nearly equal lobes. Great white, crescent tail example. Mako, crescent tail example. This homo-circle design is incredibly efficient at high speeds. It maximizes surface area pushing water while minimizing drag. The fin cuts through the water like a blade. It creates powerful vortices that spin off the trailing edge. Those vortices hold the momentum transferred to the water, a natural propeller. But not all thrust is the same. Sharks must cruise slowly to conserve energy. They also must launch explosive bursts to attack. The muscular system supports both modes. Different muscle fibers power different swimming modes. Red muscle along the side powers slow, steady cruising, oxygen-rich and built for endurance. White muscle blocks power lightning-fast strikes, short, anaerobic bursts. Moving forward is only one part of the challenge. Well, a shark must also control its position in the vertical water column. It must fight the constant downward pull of gravity. Unlike most bony fish, sharks do not have a swim bladder, which is an internal gas-filled sac that can be adjusted to control buoyancy. This means most sharks are naturally negatively buoyant. If they stop swimming, they will slowly sink. This might seem like a disadvantage, but the shark has turned it into a crucial element of its dynamic style of movement. It overcomes gravity not with static buoyancy, but with dynamic lift. The principle of lift is the same one that allows a 500-ton airplane to fly. It is generated by the movement of a fluid, air or water, over a specially shaped surface called an airfoil. The shark's primary airfoils are its pectoral fins, the two large fins that stick out from its sides. They are shaped much like an airplane's wing, with a curved upper surface and a flatter lower surface. As the shark swims forward, water has to travel a longer distance over the curved top of the fin than it does along the flat bottom. This means the water on top moves faster, creating a lower pressure zone, while the slower water below creates a higher pressure zone. The pressure difference creates an upward force, lift. The shark's body itself also helps to generate lift. The flattened underside and rounded top of the shark's torso function as a single, large hydrofoil. Even the shark's head, with its uniquely shaped snout, can be angled to help push the shark upward or downward in the water column. By making subtle adjustments to the angle of its pectoral fins and its body, a shark can precisely control its ascent, descent, and pitch. This active dynamic control system makes the shark incredibly agile. It can rise, dive, and bank into turns with a grace that belies its size and power, all by manipulating the forces of hydrodynamic lift. However, some sharks have found a different solution to the problem of buoyancy. Instead of relying solely on dynamic lift, they have an enormous liver that can make up to 30% of their body weight. This liver is filled with oil, which is much less dense than water. This oil acts as a natural float, providing a significant amount of static buoyancy. This adaptation is particularly common in deep-sea sharks that may need to hover with minimal effort in the dark. It is another example of how different species of shark have evolved different physical solutions to the same fundamental problem: the inescapable pull of gravity.